So this is the process for adding student assessments, specifically the PSI for the students in your class. Simply log into your staff view, click on the assessment top tab. From the assessment top tab, you need to select the assessment definition that we're going to use, and that is the PSI. So I'm going to search for the PSI. It selects it, and I will click OK, and that will put in the PSI assessment definition. So those are all the columns that we're looking for. And then I need to select the students. So I'll select the students in my home room. It will list all of your students. And then your date range is the range for the assessment. So as you start adding assessments, you just want to use the date that you're inputting the data into. So if I put in 09/09/22 to 09/09/22, it's just going to filter all of the assessments to just today's date range. And that's important once you start adding additional progress monitoring scores, or you do another form of the assessment for your students. So what you'll want to do once you get your worksheet kind of set up is then go ahead and choose which part of the PSI you're going to put in. So I'm going to say that for this class, I'm working on part 1, basic phonics skills. So I'm going to choose part 1, and it's just going to show me questions 1 through 5 for part 1 and let me put in the comments. So I can come in here and say that today is the assessment. So I'm just going to put in 09/09/22, and it will put in the right date there. And when I'm in this date field, I'm going to click back into it and click on the options and go to fill down or Control D. So if I use Control D, it's going to fill that down. So I can do Control D for all of my basic fields that I need to fill in. You're going to go through and put in all of the data for all of your students that you end up scoring during the process. You don't need to save it. When you're all done, you can move on to another task. And that's the process for adding PSI data.